Okay, this is the 8th video in our series. I'm Larry Stein, Stein on Stuttering, and this is the 4th one on psychology. Today's subject is just one thing, just one, but it's so important I wanted to devote the entire video to it. In our last video, we talked about doing the opposite, how that was a way for changing behavior. It's actually a part of cognitive behavioral therapy. I didn't know that when I was doing this on myself. I learned this later, and I'm happy to know that it's actually well accepted science. But we're just going to talk about one thing today, and that is having fun talking. Why is this so important? Because if you think about it, that's the complete opposite of stuttering. When you're stuttering, we're all wrought up, we're all tense, we're rigid. But if we're just having fun, that's the opposite. And so we want to take stuttering and we're going to do the complete opposite. We're going to change the paradigm, the entire focus of your speaking experience from defensive or wrought up or rigid or fearful to having fun and enjoy. Enjoy every conversation and give to the other person. That's what we're going to say. Enjoy and give. Those are the two things we're going to do with every conversation. And that's what I did. And frankly, that has been a big part of my improvement. So here we go. How can you enjoy every conversation? You can be having fun with the other person. That's enjoyable. You can be conveying interesting thoughts. That's enjoyable. Even if it's a difficult conversation, you can feel good that you're able to express yourself and that you're able to have empathy for the other person or give information that the other person needs, that you're handling the conversation. There are all different ways to enjoy, but every conversation we want to give and we want to recognize that we're giving, that we're enjoying every conversation. Secondly, so how do you enjoy it? Well, you can do those things, but you should also be expressive. You should play with your speech. I know that's the complete opposite of stuttering. When we're expecting to stutter and we're all rigid. No, let's do the opposite. Let's play. How do you play with your speech? Be more expressive. Laugh, smile. When I laugh nowadays, I try and make it a big laugh. Big. Not just a little laugh. I want to just release everything. That's the opposite. Make speaking the most fun thing you do. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the complete opposite. Make it the most fun thing you do. And for me now, it pretty much is the most fun thing I do. Secondly, rather than focus on yourself, rather than be all caught up watching your stuttering and say, oh no, I'm stuttering, I'm feeling so bad about it, focus on the other person. Do the exact opposite and focus on the other person. What do they need in this conversation? Maybe they need your humor and that's you're enjoying and giving at the same time. Maybe they need an explanation. Maybe they need information. Maybe they need compassion, empathy. Maybe they just need you to say a little bit and then be quiet. And that's giving too. So giving is the opposite, if you think about it, of being so caught up in ourselves, so caught up in our speech, and just focusing on what the other person needs. And these two things, enjoying every conversation and giving in every conversation, that was a game changer for me. It really changed my whole paradigm of how I looked at speaking. And it took a while, but you can't just think it. It's not an intellectual thing like everything else I'm talking about. You have to do it. You have to have a lot of conversations and you have to put yourself in a lot of positions, but every time you have to literally focus on giving and enjoying. Stop making fluency the metric of your speaking. How much did you enjoy it? How much did you give? And then speaking takes on a whole new character for you. And stuttering may also. It's not necessarily the fluency, it's what you give and enjoy. I hope this was helpful. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.